Why losing made me a better writer. Hey divas, so I actually meant to make a nail video, but then the cat distribution system sent my family this cutie patootie. Look at her, she's so cute, I love her. So instead of that nail video, I got distracted just a little bit, taking care of her while also trying to finish my senior year. So today, we're going to be talking about why losing made me a better writer, and we're going to be illustrating and doing some work for my senior year. So you can watch this video on my channel for further context, but here is the general rundown. I got sick in September of 2020, my 8th grade year. I could not attend school and I was homebound. I suffered from physical and mental illness, probably stemming from COVID long haul. I was honestly like half bedbound at times due to this undiagnosed illness. And at one point, I couldn't even write or read due to an eye condition. My mental health also took a major toll due to some of my teachers absolutely bullying me, along with administration allowing ableist and, frankly, a little bit illegal behavior onto the chase. So sometimes instead of doing schoolwork, because as I said before in a previous video, it's hard to succeed and do the work when not given the opportunities and resources to do so. So instead, I often wrote. And in the 8th grade, I started entering writing contests and winning. W after W after W after W. Truly peaked at 13 at only writing. Everything else was horrible. Yeah. My very first contest was when I was in the 7th grade during a poetry reciting contest. I did Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe, by the way, and I rocked it, and I lost it, and then I kept entering writing contests all throughout my 8th grade year. And sure, some of them may have just been small town and not a lot of entries, but either way I was winning. Like, it was looking good for me. So all throughout my sickly years of 2020 to now, I took pleasure in writing and art. And actually, in 2023, my junior year, the year I was actually completely homeschooled, probably would have been one of the first days of junior year for everyone else, and in actual school, I published my debut children's book, Spunky the Fiddling Band.
If you're not real, then how come I feel this way? Little babies, come here.
Did I sell like 45 copies tops? Yeah. Not a whole lot. Yeah. Did I make a lot of money? No. Gain a lot of followers? Nuh-uh. But it was #1 best-selling children's songbook. A niche market, I know, but an accomplishment nonetheless. It's very important to note, I also lost a bunch, like a lot of contests during this time. And by a bunch, I mean every single contest I entered, literally all of high school. I lost them all of them. I kept writing and entering and writing and entering just to lose, especially when I was still in public school and these contests were advertised to me. I would write, enter, and lose. And it hurt my ego a bit. Like, I won't lie, it hurt my ego because I was on this winning streak and suddenly I was losing everything. I mean, seriously, I was catching L's left and right. But notice how I said I kept writing, because baby, you have to write to enter a contest. So no matter if you lose or you win, you're still writing and getting that practice. It's hard to accept that. Hard to accept. Damn, I lost again. Without thinking, there is something wrong personally with you. And maybe there is. Maybe you should dust off some grammar work, sure. Or put the dang Thorses down. I know I said that wrong. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm a writer, not a speaker. Back on track, what's important is being able to take joy in listening to music or scrolling Pinterest, writing poetry about scenery and sunsets, or bad poetry I kept to myself about personal experience, or parts of novels that will never ever see the light of day. And what's even more important is I wrote something, I made something, and that is why I have been able to become the writer I am today, and why I'm able to write and read and become better every day, because the more you write, the better you get. The more you read, the more experience you get. Even in times when I literally could not read the pages on my screen because my eyes would twitch and close every time I did this weird medical phenomenon I had at the time, I would cry and sob how I couldn't read or write anymore. I started speaking, speech to text, or I'd find just the right angle and just the right lighting and just manage to pull through. And that is why I became a better writer, even if I continuously lost. You wrote for something, and even if you lost, or you throw it in the trash, or delete it from your docs, or hangs out with the dust bunnies in your notes app, you wrote something, and you can never ever get better unless you do it, unless you read novels, read poetry, good or bad, read fucking fan fiction for all I care, write fan fiction if you wanna, or you read the entries who won the contest that you entered, but you get all sorts of jealous and kinda wanna cry unless you read and write, and it doesn't have to be every day, or consistent, or good, but you do it, and that is how you get better. Take the ego blow, take a step back, keep reading and writing, and dissect later. And that is why losing can make you better.